Good day everyone, so we'll be relaxing today, doing a full AFK sort of run in the Spiral Abyss, and we'll be talking a bit about Genshin Burnout. But before we go into the main topic, let me introduce you to our AFK team. It consists of Miko, of course, I think one of the most consistent damage dealers in the game, Kokomi, literally an immortal, jellyfish wielding divine priestess, absolutely amazing. Fischl, because she wanted to skip school and not do her homework, and so she just tagged along. And then of course Zhongli, again another immortal shielder that cannot be killed. So with this team we are gonna do the bare minimum. We're not gonna dodge, we're not gonna iframe, we are literally just walking in the Spiral Abyss, and that is how we're gonna clear everything. So whilst they're busy doing nothing, let's talk a bit about Genshin Burnout. In my personal opinion, being burned out and being bored of a game are two separate things. So if you are bored of Genshin, in other words, you've gotten all the achievements, you've gone as far as like exploring everything, you've done everything you can possibly do that's been offered to you, then playing a different game is one of the easier solutions, or just doing something else in general might help you out. But I think for a lot of people this is not really the issue. It's not that you don't have anything left to do in the game. I think people are burnt out in the sense that they're exhausted from playing the game, which is very different from being completely bored. So being burnt out is something that is not really unique to Genshin Impact. Being burnt out is a consequence of you actively engaging in electronic media for an extended period of time, and that can impact you physically and mentally as well. So I'll just give you a bit of background. I work in IT and programming and so on. I'm not going to get into too many details, but I sit in front of my screen and type away 8 hours a day. And when I get home, what's the one thing that I don't want? I don't want to see another screen. So in my opinion, seeing Genshin, seeing Valorant, seeing Overwatch, it's not the game that's going to make me tired or unmotivated. It's the very fact that I have to re-engage my attention and focus onto a screen that makes me sort of feel very, very burnt out. So one of the things that I do is I switch off. I am literally AFK. Once I get home, I do other things, be it jogging, be it cooking, being not engaged with any media. I don't look at my phone or any of those things. Just by being in a different mental space, it's just so much healthier, just so much easier to cope with this feeling of burnout. And I think that is what a lot of people are lacking, because at the end of the day, if you're going to play Elden Ring or Lost Ark or whatever everyone else is playing, it might be fun for a while. In the beginning there's a bit of novelty, but that novelty will wear off and you're going to be in the exact same situations that you were previously, and that is feeling burnt out. And once you're burnt out, then things like, oh, this game is so bad, or I'm going to start criticizing the game, or suddenly I can find all the faults in the world with a given game. You know, this is just how people are. Once we're tired, once we're frustrated, you know, we sort of tend to take off the little rosy glasses, and suddenly we get frustrated, and we're going to let everyone know we're frustrated. And this is pretty normal. This is a pretty normal thing. But I think the problem is once you've got a large collective of people voicing the same thing, then you have what people who would say is a toxic community. And it's not really that. It's more a case of people not managing their times and their hobbies well enough, in my opinion. And that is the root cause of something like Genshin Burnout. So how do you actually deal with this? I think the best way is to be very focused in what you do. So for instance, when I play Genshin Impact, I get my commissions done, and then when I have like a video idea or two, I'll get into the Spiral Abyss. I'll allot myself, let's say, 45 minutes, and if I can do what I can do, then I'll be very happy. If I can finish before, it'll be awesome. But I'll have a video idea, I'll try and execute it, and then I'm done. Then we're going to go into Adobe and we're going to start editing and so on. But once I've finished my allocation of my, let's say, tentative resources, it's over. I don't go back, I don't carry on, etc. I make a conscious effort to be AFK, away from Genshin, away from my keyboard. And this is the interesting thing as well when you start integrating different hobbies. So for instance, Genshin is obviously a fun gaming hobby, but so is making videos. And I think one of the fun things for me is playing around here in Adobe Premiere, seeing all the different effects, seeing what stupid things I can do. And in a certain sense, that allows me to also engage with the game in a bit of a different way. So very often when you play the game, there are things you don't notice, whereas when you go back to your editing, you do notice a lot of things. And I jot these things down because that allows me to get like new video ideas and so on, and then we can cover more content on the channel, and it's generally quite exciting. So it's this idea of integrating your one hobby, Genshin, with your other hobbies that makes things quite fun. But obviously this only applies when you're in a mental state to be able to do this, whilst you're still going to have fun. Because if you're bored of video editing, if you're bored of being on your computer, then playing a different game is not going to solve it. The problem is you've spent too much time on your computer. And I can tell you guys, this is what I've experienced. This is what I sort of seen. And I think being able to work around these things is just sort of the best way to go. And that's also why on the channel you'll sometimes see me putting out 2 or 3 videos or 4 videos in a day. That's just because like I'm just having a ton of fun doing so. And then on other days you'll see me barely posting a video, and that's just because, well, I'm gonna be AFK. And I don't care about the upload schedule, I care about me, about how I feel. So yeah, that is sort of, hopefully that also explains a bit of the channel sort of upload and so on. But if you're bored or if you're burned out on Genshin, let me know what you think about it, how you tend to deal with it. I think in a certain sense it's a lot like relationships and so on. You've got to be so careful as to manage your time and your interaction with another person's time carefully. Otherwise, you're going to get bored, you're going to get frustrated, you're going to start criticizing things, and generally things are going to be in a much worse state. So take care of yourselves, space things out, be AFK, and yeah, then I think you will get a more optimal experience. Again, this is just all my perspective. I might be completely wrong, but let me know what you guys think. And for that, thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this session and have a good day. Cheers.